I want to welcome you to the December 13th episode of Laid Back History's 2023 Advent Calendar. And what we're looking at today is actually right behind me. And it may not look like anything all that special. They're just bookshelves, right? If you had come into the Historical Society anytime in the last really 80 years, you would have seen these bookshelves. These are in what was the old research library. Now that we have our new building across the road, we're going to be revamping this room a little bit and turning it back into a dining room and a meeting room. But these bookshelves house the research materials, the books, the genealogy books, the history books that so many people used when they came to the Historical Society and did research over the years. But they're not just bookshelves. There's actually a really neat history to them as well, because they are not original to the Lemoyne House. They were brought here when the Historical Society took over ownership of the Lemoyne House in 1943. Madeline Lemoyne, the youngest of the Lemoyne children, the last Lemoyne to live in the house, passed away in December of 1943 and left the house to the Historical Society. The Historical Society moved in May of 1944. So, where was the Historical Society before that? Well, it was on the third floor of the courthouse. When the current courthouse was built, it was built with the idea that the third floor would be used for the Washington County Historical Society. By 1942-43, the Historical Society was being urged to maybe find a new home, because the county needed more court space and they wanted the rooms on the third floor. So it worked out where Madeline left the house to the Historical Society and they moved in. And these cases were brought down from the courthouse. They were disassembled, brought here and put in place where they are now. And we actually have this wonderful photograph that shows these cases in the background. On the wall where the door is here, and that's the cases. You can see they've been painted white now, but you can see the beautiful color that they used to be. The inside of the doors still are that nice color, but they were painted to match the trim that was here at the Lemoyne House. So these cases were originally built in place in 1901. They housed books up at the original Historical Society home up in the third floor of the courthouse, then came down here and was used for another 80 years. So these bookcases have been in use for 122 years. And so what's going to happen to them now is they're going to be continue to be used. We had thought about, when we built our new Research and Education Center, about taking them over there. And they just weren't going to fit with what we were doing. So they are going to stay here in this room at the Lemoyne House. As I said, we're revamping this. It's going to be a space that's going to be multi-purpose. We want it to have the feel of the original dining room, but also be usable for meetings and that kind of thing. So that work is going to begin real soon. Thanks to a grant from the Washington County Community Foundation, where they're helping to support us. So there you go, bookshelves. It doesn't seem like anything special, but they've got a really neat history. And also, it's a reason to show you the photograph of the Historical Society up at the courthouse, because it's a great photograph. I'm going to put it up again right now. So, but thank you for joining me. Hopefully, you've been joining us for the first 13 days. We've got 12 days left. And I've got some more stories, some wonderful objects, and a couple guests that are going to join me in those last 12 days. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow for the December 14th episode of Laid Back History's 2023 Advent Calendar.